Today at White Shadow Fair, I'm making whole wheat carrot cake. Before you get started with your cake, you're going to want to chop some pecans and toast them. And as you can see, I'm doing this in a cast iron skillet. You can also do it in the oven, and you just keep moving them around. You do not want them to get burned at all. That will give a bad flavor to them. And this takes maybe 5 minutes tops on a medium heat. So we're going to get started looking at today's ingredients. We have unsweetened applesauce, granulated sugar, eggs, whole wheat flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, carrots, sweetened coconut, toasted pecans, vanilla, and crushed pineapple. In a bowl, you're going to add 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of unsweetened applesauce, 3 eggs that were brought to room temperature, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And now it's time to start mixing. Make sure that you're keeping your mixer on a low speed, and you just want to incorporate everything until the sugar is melted. As with any time that you bake, go ahead and make sure that you scrape down the sides to get everything fully incorporated. Now we're going to add 2 cups of whole wheat flour. You can use any type of whole wheat that you want. I used soft white whole wheat. And now it's time to add a teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just take your time, keep your mixer on a low speed so you're not wearing a lot of the cake. And every once in a while, stop and use that spatula to scrape down the sides. Once all of the flour has been completely incorporated, it's time to add your mix-ins. We're going to start with 2 cups of grated carrots, 1 cup of sweetened flaked coconut, 1 to 1½ cups of chopped toasted pecans, 1½ cups of crushed pineapple in juice. If you like your carrot cake to have raisins, this is the time to add them as well. So just combine gently, keeping your mixer on low. This is a very wet batter. You are going to make sure that you have preheated your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to be adding this to a greased and floured 13×9 pan. And you are going to bake this for 30 to 40 minutes until a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean. While your cake is cooling, you're going to get started on your frosting. You'll need 1½ cups of butter, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. You just want to get all of the lumps out. It's time to start adding the powdered sugar. So you're going to slowly add 1 pound of powdered sugar, which comes out to be 3½ to 4 cups. Mixing in between until you get the desired consistency that you want. Give it a little bit of taste and see if you want to add a little more vanilla to it. And while this is not exactly a healthy carrot cake because there's so much sugar in it, it's certainly healthier that we've added whole wheat instead of processed wheat, and there are no added fats to the cake itself. Of course, we have the added butter and cream cheese to this delicious frosting. Be sure that you're stopping your mixer from time to time and scraping down the sides. Once your frosting is nice and smooth, you're going to add it to the top of your cooled cake. This is a cake that you're going to want to put in the refrigerator. We've got cream cheese in the frosting, we've got butter, we have those carrots. So we want to make sure that this kind of squidgy cake stays nice and cool until you're ready to serve. Then pull it out, put it on the counter to take the chill off a half an hour to 60 minutes before you want to serve. Now that the frosting is made, you're going to add this slowly to the top of your cake, but you are going to want to put this kind of in dollops around the cake before you go ahead and spread the frosting out. Then I just used an offset spatula, but you can use just a regular butter knife. Spread your frosting out to all of the corners. Make sure that your cake has been completely cooled before you do this. And as long as your family has enjoyed carrot cake in the past, they're not going to know that you changed it up a little bit and added whole wheat to the mix. I hope you'll give this carrot cake a try. My family has requested this cake more often than any other cake that I make. Once again, I wouldn't call this cake healthy, but it's certainly healthier with the addition of whole wheat flour and having 0 oils added to the cake itself. So thank you for joining me here at White Shadow Fare and my whole wheat carrot cake.